Hi there. Hopefully you have seen the tutorial in which I have showed you the theory of Python modules and functions. But in this video I'm going to show you the practical of the same, and with the help of practical it may be more clear to you. But if not, you can leave your messages and clear your doubts. Bye from Mamta.
Hope you guess what I am trying to say. Please subscribe and share the video and like the video also. Please, thank you for watching the video. Bye.
Hello. In this tutorial we are going to have the practical of what we have done in the last theory class. So there is how to import any module in Python by using the keyword import. All the red colors, whatever the font it is coming, they are comment lines, so they won't get executed. So for math module, import math I have written, and after that here I have used pow function of math module by writing the separator dot math dot pow. So it will give the result according to the input given. So input I have given, that is 5 raised to the power 4. So when I will be running, I will be getting the result, that is 625. It is showing this one which I have highlighted. And in the same example, if you can see, I have imported one more module, that is NumPy. So this way you can import any of the module in Python and use its function. Module name dot function name. Like if I want to use square root function of math module, I will be writing math dot sqrt. So if I don't need any module, suppose I am not requiring NumPy module, I will be putting hashtag for comment line. And in the other example, I will show you how we can import in different way. In this, from keyword is being used. From math import sqrt. From math import sqrt. In this example, from keyword I have used, from module name import that particular function's name which we want to use. So I want to use sqrt function from math module, so I have written from math import sqrt. So in this case I need not to mention the module name before the function sqrt. Directly I can use function name, whichever function I would like to use. I need not to write that math.sqrt because I'm using particular, this is the concept of namespace in Python, due to that it is happening. From math, particularly sqrt function, so I need not to write the module's name before to the function name. So only the namespace of sqrt will be used over here. And then when we'll be printing, we'll be getting the desired result, that is 5. This is the highlighted answer is the correct for the current one. And let's move to the another example, how functions, this was for modules. So this way you can use from keyword also and without from keyword also. And another example of functions, we'll move for functions. How we can create user defined function, means programmer defined function, that is the keyword def keyword, which is the basic requirement. Then sum function, I have created a function sum, and brackets are empty here, means within bracket nothing is there. X equal to 20, y 34, a variable equal to x plus y here, and then print result. And in comment line I have written calling of function sum. So here the sum function is being called. So when sum function is being called, sum function, then execution will go over here, from here to this section. Execution will move, and x's value will be, so you whenever you will be doing the dry run, as students you all know, dry run means what computer will, what way computer will process, in that way only you have to do in your copy. So from here you should start executing from this location, and then execution will go to that location where some function is written. So compiler will jump over here, and then x will be assigned with 20, y will be assigned with 34, res equal to x plus 5, and then print result. And these are the indentation, as you know this are, so these four lines are within some function. So when we'll be running this, we have got 54 as a result. This one, 54 as a result. So this was simple function with no argument and no return type. No argument, that means nothing is here, it is empty. It is empty. So this part is empty, and this part is, means this side when we are calling the function sum, it is not sending any value, so it is not receiving any value over here. And in the second example further, here function with argument but no return type. Example of argument, this x and y are the argument of function sum. N number of arguments you can create. So first here from calling section we'll start executing some function. So some function is being called from here, or invoked or executed, we can say. So this 6 will be supplied to x. So this part is saying that x and y are saying that we need some value to get executed. From here some function is demanding some value. So this demand is being fulfilled from here. So 6 will be, so when we will be calling the function, sum, so from some function 6 and 7 is being passed. So 6 will be received by x and 7 will be received by y, and then result is equal to x plus y, that means 6 plus 7. So result will have 6 and 7, and then it will be printed. So this function is sending some value which is being received by x and y, and then it is printed over here. So this is known as arguments or parameters. In the next example, we will see the return type of the function. In this example, we can see over here function without argument but having return type. So function without argument. So without argument means this portion is empty. This portion is empty. No argument or parameter. But it is returning some value. So we'll start executing from here. Answer equal to, answer is just a variable. Right hand side of equal to, first we will see what is happening. From right hand side function is being called and the execution jumps to this location where I have highlighted, and then a variable I have taken, any value I have taken to add, and then return res. So res value will be returned to ANS. So once again I'll repeat, from right side execution started and it will be returning to left hand side. Right side it will start and final returned value will be stored in left hand side. So addition of 56 plus 23, 79 will be stored in ANS and then we are printing. So what is the benefit of getting returning? That if I would like to do some work further with the added value, this function is only doing addition. So in ANS we'll be getting the return value of two numbers addition. Further, if we would like to use that value, we can use. So that is the benefit of return, that we can work with the returned value further in another block. So this block is a different block where you can see it is written def. So this is a different block. So function is nothing but a named block. So the name block is starting. What is block? Block means here this two statements. What you can see, this is the statements within the block whose name is sum, and this is different. This is the calling section of sum function I have created. So this part is different and this part is different. So this is the benefit of returning, that we can use the returned value further somewhere else. Now in the next example, function with argument and with return type both. So argument, as you can see, this is the argument section. So two arguments are there. So you can give more arguments by giving comma separator, anything. So here I require two arguments, so given only two arguments. Then so from here from the calling part we'll start first. So from the calling part we have started. So ANS equal to sum 34 comma 65. So from right hand side we'll start calling, as we have seen in previous example also, right hand side, and then this will be received, 34 will be received in X. So from here the sum function will be called, 34 will be received in X, 65 will be received in Y. Sequentially receiving will be done, and then after the receiving in X and Y, we will continue with the next step of sum function here, where res equal to x plus 5. So 34 plus 65 will be added and then returned by the variable res. So res will be returning its value to left hand side of the calling of sum, that is to ANS, and then we are printing ANS, or whatever work we want to do with ANS we can do. So from here calling started, receiving, and then returning from here, and returning is done given to ANS. So both things are there, argument also and returning also. So this function is giving some input also and having some giving input in the form of 34 and 65 and output in ANS. So if through argument it is giving input, and then in ANS after returning it is getting the output. And there are various kinds of, you can see here something I have written in comment line. There are various kinds of arguments. That is, one type of argument is default argument, which we have discussed. Then we have another arguments, formal and actual. What are actual arguments? Actual arguments, while calling the function, whichever value we pass, whichever value or expression, here we can pass any expression also, whatever we pass while calling the function, whatever value is being passed or expression is being passed, that is actual argument while calling, and that is being received by whatever variable they are formal argument. So here x and y are the part of formal argument, and this is the part of these are the part of actual argument, from where the value is being sent and being received by x and y. So x and y formal, and 34 and 65 actual argument. So formal argument receives the value from where? From actual argument. So always formal arguments must be a variable, not a constant, always a variable. But in actual argument we can have a variable also. That means we can t equal to 9, then I can write down here t also. So it can be an actual argument, can be a variable, can be a expression, can be a constant, but formal argument constant like 34 here. But formal argument must be variables, so which receives value from actual argument. So in this function we have seen. Now if you are running, you will get the output of whatever, if you are writing here over. So 34 plus 9, it should give the answer. First we'll be saving the file. It should give the answer 43. So you can see here answer is coming 43. Then in another example, let us see. Okay, I have created one module whose name is calculate, what I guess, yes, calculate. In this example, I have created 3 functions, means user defined function, programmer defined function. One's name is sum, one's name is difference, and one's name is multiply or MUA, and respective few work I have done, which already we have seen. Now this I have saved by the name calculate.py. You can see over here I have given the name, file name calculate.py. So now calculate will work as a module. How? Now I am not calling the function, I have just created these functions. Creation is something that's different and calling is something different. So just I have created the function. So these functions till I will not be calling. How I will be, in previous example you have seen that I am calling the function also. So when you will call, then only you will get the actual working of any function. So here I am not calling any function. So these 3 functions are kept within a file named calculate.py. Now calculate will act as a module. So in how I can use these functions somewhere else, not here, that I am showing you, and this I have saved under calculate.py. Here, import calculate. Now this calculate function, not a function, module. This calculate module is not inbuilt module. This is the module which we have created. Just here, this is the module which we have created. Now I am using the functions of this module in another file. So this module I have created, calculate.py, and I want to use, so module, what in previous theory class I have shown, module means collection of functions. You can keep functions inside that. So I can use this module calculate.py in another programs or files. So here I am importing calculate module which I have created, and then I want to execute some function. So I have written calculate.sum and it will get executed. We'll see that here. So 43 is due to that sum. 43 is coming due to that this sum function, because you can see here we have written 34 plus 9, that is addition is 43. So in answer we are getting 43. So this is how we can even call another function like calculate dot mul difference whatever diff. So here calculate dot diff. So diff is a function within the module calculate. So when I'll be executing, it will be giving the answer for that also. So 3 is coming. 3 is coming from where? 3 is coming from this difference 9 minus, you can see over here 9 in the difference function, 9 minus 6. So print up to 3. So it is giving the answer 3. When I am calling this, it is giving the answer 3. So this is how you can execute you can create your own modules and you can execute the functions. And then in the previous tutorial I have given you the example of default argument also. That example is that example you can execute practically, because that example is complete and you can test it whether default argument is working properly or not. So here if we want to test even default argument also, so if I'll be writing over here, so I'll be removing this, so you might have understood formal argument. Here I'll be writing equal to 7. So we are here we are going to understand default argument. Now I'll be calling the sum function with the value 34. So this 34 will be passed to x, and I'm not sending any value. Sum function is not sending any value for y. So y will work with how? Y will work with the value 7. So it will be giving answer for 34 plus 7. That is answer, we should get it 41. Let us see. See here we have got the answer 41. So this is default argument is working. So default argument is working. And if another time I'm calling, once again I am calling it, now I am calling with, see here it is giving the details which of the function I have created. So this is very helpful in Python, that it gives time to time this tooltip sort of, or these are coming. So these are very helpful to run any code. And here I am sending 8. Now what will be the answer? So 5 when again, so this is reusability. Once I have written the function sum, as many as time I can use it. So 5 will be received by x, 5 will be received by x, and 8 will be received by y. So now y will be executing with 7 or by 8. So because in this first preference is given to the user, one who is using the function. So I am the user, I am using the sum function, I am giving 5 and 8. So it should give 13, not 41. Means not what it should not means 5 plus 8 it should give. Y's value here it will be taking 8, not 7. So it should give, so if I am writing 5 comma 8, it should give 13. So it is coming 13. That means y's value it is taking 8, not 7. So if programmer is giving the value while calling, then it will be giving first preference to programmer's value, not the default. And if we want to make any other argument default also, so we need to move from right to left. That means we can't do this. This is the wrong way. If I am doing this, this is the wrong way. This is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because whenever we give default argument, we give from right to left, means rightmost argument first and then left side argument. The reason is, if we see the first case of calling the function sum here, 34 will be passed to x. So first 34 sequence wise it happens. So first to first, second to second. So 34 will be passed not to y, 34 will be passed to x, who is having default value also. But y is not here, y is not created as default. So what will be the value supplied to y? That is the question mark. Because this first value will be given to x. So what will be the value of y? So this is the problem if we are creating any left argument or middle order argument as default. So if we want to make x also a default argument, then we have to make y also, both. This is correct. Now it is correct. If I want to make x as the default argument, y also has to be default argument, or we can interchange. The interchange means if only x we want to create as default, then x will be in the rightmost situation, means x will be here, y will be here, if we want only x as default argument. Now we'll see one more execution over here of default argument only. Now what will happen in third case? This is the third line. We are not passing any value over here. So is this correct? Yes, it will be correct in this case, because x's value will be taken as 8 and y's value will be taken as 5. So the outcome for the third line, so these lines I am putting in comment. These lines I am putting in comment. So some function I am not sending any value. So from x will take 8 and y will take 5. I'll be running this and let me see what happens. So it is giving 13. It is giving 13. So correct, according to the expectation it is giving. So it is taking the value default argument from default argument. So this way you can create default argument and execute. Either all argument can also be created as default. So you have seen 3 examples. In one only one data is being passed, in second 2 data, and third no data is being passed. So this is happening due to default argument. Otherwise, like where my cursor is pointing right now, mouse pointer, this could have been given error. The reason is because this is the function with argument and I am treating this function as no argument. If you see this line, it is looking like some function having no argument, but it is having some argument. So right now it is not giving error. The reason is x and y are created as default argument. So if we are passing the value, it will take this value, and when we are not passing the value, it will take default arguments value. And then this is also the example which I have explained you. So hopefully after this, various types of arguments, return type, default argument, actual argument, formal argument must be clear to you. Or you can create various other example also, and if any doubt you can leave your messages regarding this topic. And Hopefully I have tried to give all kind of example over here. If I'm missing something in default argument, I think it's fine now, because this returning example argument. One thing here I'd like to, if I'm calling the function here sum, what will happen? Now I'll be running this. Let me see what happens. So first time I'm putting this in comment line. I'm calling the function here. I would like to show something to you here. So I would like to show something over here. It is giving error. The reason is missing two positional argument. Missing two positional argument here means, you can see here it is written missing two positional argument. That means here the sum function is demanding two arguments, means any two types of values, but here from here I am not giving any value, so it is giving error because I have created function with argument, and as I am not giving, so receiver is demanding some value and sender is not giving, so it has given error. So the same error it is giving as no argument is passed, that is why. So these are all examples of different arguments and functions and modules. Thank you so much. Take care.